Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Dave, and we are the IB English Guys. We want to remind you that we have a website. It's www.ibenglishguys.com. On this website, there are a lot of resources. There's links to handouts. We've organized all the videos by the different assessments and skills. So please give it a look and use it, because that's why this guy spent so many hours putting it together.
All right, folks. Today, though, we're going to talk about Paper 2. We know this assessment's on everybody's mind, and today we want to give you 10 tips that will lead you to Paper 2 success. But before we do that, Giles, just give me some general requirements of this task.
Okay, considering we've done this video about 10 times, let's do it again. First of all, we want to remember that this is a comparative essay. We want to think about similarities and differences. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. We're given 4 questions of a general nature, and we want to take one of those questions and we want to answer it thoroughly using 2 literary texts.
Right. This is the same for literature or language and literature. We're all doing the same Paper 2. They're all going in the pile together, so these 10 tips are good for both classes. Mr. Giles, start us off with number 1.
Okay, number 1, prepare. We want to study our text. We want to take notes on our text, make flashcards on our text, make charts, think comparatively about the text that we've studied, that we've chosen to study, and be the expert.
Yeah, but remember, you can't know everything. You're not going to come in there and be a master of all 11 scenes of Streetcar Named Desire. You can't come in there and talk about all of Carol Ann Duffy's poems. Instead, you want to study key moments. You want to think about what are the main themes that are drawn out by my 2 literary texts. And those are the moments where I want to focus my energy, because that's probably what I'll be talking about when I select my 1 of 4 questions.
Number 3, answer the question. This is your job. This is the focus. Don't get off task. Use the wording of the question and make sure that you've answered all parts of the question. So important.
Yeah. Number 4, don't rush to write. An hour and 45 minutes is a long time. Read the 4 questions carefully. Ponder them. Think deeply. You don't need to pick up your pen for a while. Give yourself the space and the time to think, and then you'll have a better sense of how you want to craft this response.
That's right. Deep breaths. Number 5, create a thesis and a rudimentary outline. Very important that we think about what is our argument, make it a comparative thesis, and then make your plan with your comparative points. That'll help.
When we look at papers, the papers that have outlines are infinitely stronger than those without. Examiners notice this. Take the time, write the outline. You'll be happy. Number 6, Mr. Giles, is to wear the comparative hat. Mr. Giles, what is this hat you speak of?
I like to call it wearing the comparative hat. It means we are thinking comparatively. We're thinking about similarities and differences between our 2 texts all of the time. That means throughout our writing, not just in our topic sentences, where we're thinking throughout while we write, we're constantly thinking about how things are similar or different in the 2 texts. That will help so much.
And when we're looking at those similarities and differences, we have to remember to use specific details. This is not the time to speak in generalities. You have a main claim. You have brought forth some evidence, but make sure those evidence are nuanced and detailed. That will help you score the points you covet.
Number 8, focus on choices. We want to remember that the authors are making deliberate choices in writing these texts. They're using features and techniques to do so. So talk about those features, talk about those techniques in relation to how the author's choosing to do that.
Yeah, and when you're thinking about those choices, remember, you want to analyze, not summarize. If you can keep those choices in the forefront, you're much more inclined to be doing that close reading, that close analysis, and really showing off your academic insights and your power and your command of these 2 texts. So remember, analyze, don't summarize.
Number 10, and finally, be a scholar. That means that we're sounding like a scholar. It also means that we're doing some outside reading so that we have scholarly ideas, and we're bringing that scholarly language and those scholarly ideas in our writing.
Folks, there it is. That's 10 tips for Paper 2. We hope this video has been helpful for you. We hope that you understand and remember and internalize these ideas on exam day. This is what we tell our students, so we're happy to bring you along as well. Keep this in mind. You will be successful on Paper 2. Stay with the channel, keep watching, and see you next time. Take care.
Good luck, guys.